What is up, guys? This is Tcg Sam here, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing one of the best side cards this format, that being Fantastical Dragon Phantazmay, and why I believe that this deck should be in most people's side deck, if not all deck side decks. But before we begin, I just want to ask you guys to please remember, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, because it really helps keep me motivated to keep posting more videos like this, and it really helps the channel out. But with that being said, let's just hop straight into it. So why do I think this card is going to be super good this format? Why don't we just read its effect to begin with? There's a level 7 Dark Dragon effect monster that reads, if your opponent special summons a Link monster or Link monsters, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand, draw cards equal to the number of Link monsters your opponent controls plus 1, then shuffle cards from your hand into the deck equal to the number of Link monsters they control. Its other effect is, when your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster or monsters you control, you can discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And you can only use each effect once per turn. So at first glance, it obviously is a hand trap because it interacts with your opponent in that way where it relies on your opponent to do something for it to be triggered, but it's unconventional in the way that it doesn't really stop your opponent from or negate something your opponent does, like traditional hand traps like Ash Blossom or Effect Veiler do. Rather, this grants you advantage by drawing cards, and in a way sort of acts as a pseudo maxi, because while maxi doesn't actually stop your opponent from special summoning, it deters them greatly from special summoning. But that's where this card also deviates from maxi. Your opponent can't really know you have it until the moment you drop it. So be it if they summon like 3 Link monsters, 4 Link monsters, whatever, you can drop this and you can get its effect. Or even on the very first Link monster summon, you can drop this. That's what makes this card so good. It's kind of hard for your opponent to read if you have it, because like if they're gonna Link summon in their combo anyways, they kind of still have to go through with it no matter what. Which brings me on to my next point. The fact that it allows you to draw cards and fix your hand is just absolutely incredible. Like, going second, you can drop this. If you drop it early on your opponent's first Link summon, you can draw into hand traps like Ash Blossom, Effect Veiler, stuff like that, to further stop your opponent while still fixing your hand at the same time. So like you can draw 2 cards, put back like garnets or bricks in your hand or whatever, or like even if the 2 cards you draw like aren't even that good and your hand is already really good, you can just put back one of them and you got a free draw. It's a free +1. Like, it's a hand trap that interacts with your opponent and gives you a +1, whereas most hand traps normally would just be a -1. And that's not even getting to its other effect, where if opponent's card targets a monster you control, like be it like Widow Anchor or Effect Veiler, Infinite Permanence, whatever, discard a card, negate, and destroy it. Like, that can be pretty huge against like targeting negation to like Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss or something. Either way, Phantazmay is the fact that it's just splashable in every single deck, and the fact that it 1 fixes your hand, 2 can allow you to draw into additional hand traps, and 3 that it has that interaction with your opponent where it's able to negate targeting. It's just absolutely incredible. And that's not even to mention like the fact that it's a 2400 body, and why that's important. Let's just consider the top meta matches right now that this is good against. These are Sky Strikers. Obviously the targeting effect is really good against their hand traps and Widow Anchor, but it's also a very big monster that they struggle to get over. And you can once per turn negate one of their removal options with Widow Anchor or Afterburners, and this is a problem they actually have to deal with, because if you leave it on the board, it essentially nullifies or acts as a negate from one of their Striker spells every single turn. Against a deck like Tri-Brigade, dropping this against them means that their Appaloosa is going to lose a lot of value. Their regular board with Appaloosa and Revolt set, because if you just go straight to battle phase, the Appaloosa is going to be 2400. They're either forced to use their Revolt there or give up their Appaloosa. 9 times out of 10, they'll use their Revolt, and then you only have to deal with the Appaloosa after, because you already baited out the Revolt. And then finally, if you consider a deck like Dragon Link, where they summon like at least like 2 Link monsters minimum for them to like combo, you're drawing 3 cards and putting back 2 cards. So drawing 3 from your deck, and like that's just absolutely insane, because you can put back all the bricks like in your hand. By then you probably draw into some good cards. Like, it's just this card is just really insane. And the fact that the body also baits out a card like Heretic Seal or something, it forces out one of your opponent's interaction points as well. So this card is just super incredible. It's not even to mention against a deck like Salamangreats, which is also in the meta right now. It also can be triggered when your opponent just special summons a Link monster. Your opponent doesn't actually have to Link summon the monster. So if your opponent uses Will to Salamangreat turn 2 and brings back like their Sunlight Wolf, you can summon this out and then Once again, it's a problem that Salamangreat needs to deal with because they're Mirage Stalio targets, and their monsters are Salamangreat monsters at the very least are smaller than Fantasmay. And then finally, the last matchup I want to talk about with Phantazmay is the Prankets matchup. So against the Prankets matchup, they absolutely need to link summon in every single one of their combos. They are a link deck / fusion deck, so every time they link summon, you're able to drop this, and this is just a really strong card. And while it doesn't particularly like deal with their interruption in Battle Butler, since Battle Butler is a really big card, the fact that it fixes your hand can allow you to draw into cards like Twin Twisters, draw into other hand traps to stop them further into the combo, or to draw more engine cards to play through the interruptions itself. So in a way, against like I just named off like 4 or 5 meta decks that this deck is really good against. So I honestly do believe that if you guys don't have this card already, be sure to pick it up. This card is a super good card that I do believe will start seeing a resurgence very soon if it hasn't already, just because of how strong Link monsters are in this format. But yeah, with that being said, those are just some of my thoughts on this card. Let me know what you guys think in the description below. And before we end off, I just want to say, if you guys haven't already checked it out, be sure to check out your playmat in the description below if you want your own custom sleeves or playmat. Your playmat allows you to create your own fully customized card sleeves, playmats, tabletop mats, or even mouse pads with shipping worldwide. In addition, you can further enhance the designs of your sleeves or playmats with their premium editing services, or customize the border of your sleeves, making it all the more special. But if you can't come up with your own design, there are a myriad of professionally made sleeve and playmat designs for you to choose from. If all this sounds like something you'd be interested in, be sure to use my affiliate link in the description below, or use code SAM10YP, that's SAM10YP, at checkout for 10% your entire order while helping to support my channel. But anyways, back to the video now. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and with that, I will see you guys soon. Take care.